I had been charged with armed robbery, and I had two co-defendants. My boyfriend, who was my ex-boyfriend by this time, and his brother. And they had already gone in front of the judge. One of them had gotten 22 years in prison, and the other one had gotten 12 years in prison. Now, neither one of them had accepted a plea deal. And when you do that, what you're doing is you're basically admitting your guilt. You're saying, yes, I am guilty to this charge. The solicitor will lower the charge. So if it's like armed robbery, they'll lower it to common law robbery or something like that. And so I decided to accept a lesser charge for common law robbery and hope that the judge agreed to their recommended sentencing time. So it's the day of sentencing, and I'm in the courtroom, and then they like call your name like it's your turn to go in front of the judge. So I'm up there and I'm standing with my lawyer, and she asked me a bunch of questions about, do I understand what I'm agreeing to? Do I understand like all the implications of accepting this plea deal? Like my heart was pounding so bad. I was so scared. But my lawyer had recommended this, and so I was like, okay, yes. And so I agreed to everything, and then she sentenced me to 5 years in prison with mandatory alcohol and drug treatment. I'm not going to go into like my reaction because it was ridiculous and I never want to think about it again, but I have shared it before on here. 5 years. At that point, there's nothing you can do. You're not getting out. There's no bail. There's nothing except maybe your lawyer can file an appeal, but those typically don't pan out. I will say though that like once I got to prison, I learned like the routine and like how everything worked and everything. Like at first it was really scary, but then like once I understood everything, it was really not that bad. It was scarier being worried about prison than it was actually being in prison, at least for me.